Congratulations on Tron Legacy. It's
Thank you.
quite a monumental project and production.
Oh, thank you
very much.
Tell me about the 3D part of it. I know you used James Cameron's and Vince Pace's Fusion cameras.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the next generation of the cameras?
Yeah, we took the Pace rig and we updated it with the latest generation Sony camera, the F35, which has a full-size chip in it, which means it gives you a more filmic depth of field.
Okay.
And because of the light requirements, because we were shooting illuminated suits and we needed a camera that could pull in a tremendous amount of light, we then outfitted that with master prime lenses and a big mirror so that we could kind of capture the imagery you see in this film.
Oh, great. Whose idea was it to change the Walt Disney, the logo in the back, the Walt Disney Pictures logo? That was great. That looked terrific.
Yeah, I mean, that was something we had done a version of that for our VFX test a couple years ago, and it seemed like a great opportunity to just, from the beginning, set the tone of this film as something maybe a little bit different than what you'd expect.
It really did.
Oh, good.
Did you have any problem with giving permission to do that to the iconic Disney castle?
No, it was Joe has always kind of pushed on all the logos and the design of the movie, and I think it's such a strong piece of his aesthetic that I think for Tron it says something exciting about Disney in the 21st century.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Avatar obviously a year ago had a tremendous impact on 3D. Do you think this will have yet another level of impact on 3D in general for the industry?
I hope so. This movie was shot as a true 3D movie. There's no conversion in this film. Just anytime you're going to a world like this, if you have an opportunity to make it more immersive, I think you have to take it. And this, I just think it lends itself. From the beginning, it was conceived as a 3D film. So hopefully, people embrace this film in a similar way.
Yeah. From the Disney broader perspective and the merchandising and the aftermarkets, what do you see this film deriving in terms? I've heard talk about theme park attractions already.
We have some things going on at California Adventure currently. We have an electronica event, and Tron is now integrated into the World of Color show at California Adventure. Okay. I think that part of what drove that is, Tron back in the 80s was one of the first. I was a fan of the movie, but I was also a huge fan of the video game. Both video games. And so Tron was one of the first universes that I was able to touch on different platforms. And so at Disney we certainly have the video game, we have the publishing efforts, there's a Disney XD series, parks efforts. It's been pretty fun to watch the movie kind of deploy across the Disney machine.
Yeah, and what do you think the nature of 3D these days in movies is? How's that going to impact like theme park 3D attractions that were something to see, but now you see them every day in movies?
There's still a lot of exciting ideas that are being thrown around. I mean, I think I've seen 3D domes. There are sound systems that are trying to marry to 3D in a brand new and interesting way. I think for the right movie, where you're going to go into another world, I think that we're still just on the beginning of it all.
Right, right. Can you tell me just really quickly how you did Jeff Bridges' younger version?
Yeah, I mean, the character of Clue it's a kind of complicated process. Basically, at the heart of it is a performance by Jeff Bridges. He plays the character of Clue. The way we were able to do it was by recording his facial performance with a series of cameras that were mounted on a helmet he wore, captured his facial performance, and then we used that performance to drive a digital version of his head, a younger version of himself, which we then connected to a body played by another actor. So it's a kind of complicated process, but it's important to note that Jeff Bridges drives that whole performance from the start.
Great, terrific. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.